our group have differing views on if this statement reflects their education system. One thing that I personally feel is not only does it reflect them in their education system, it just reflects them down to the core. We started our morning today with Eddie, and Eddie was very proud of his Scottish heritage and was very specific on things, pointing out not being English and making jokes about English. So we feel that he kind of started the day for us to see how Scotland and the people of Scotland feel about their education system and their heritage.
I disagree with the statement because, especially with education, is that they're going to the British model of more standardized tests. I thought what made Scotland great is there's no standardized tests, but by going back to what the British are doing, standardized tests, they're actually not going with that statement.
And I disagree slightly with Matt because I feel that they're still holding on to who they are as Scottish in their education system, but they're trying to find balance with what Britain and Finland have done with some testing, and ultimately that is the goal, to have a well-rounded student and education system.
Yeah, I agree with Ryan. I know one of the questions that really fascinated me and interested me was who they look towards nationally, internationally to model their education system with, and they kind of danced around Finland, but they really were just proud in the fact that Scotland produces the most educated people and has the best educated people in the world. And they also added in that Scotland produces 1% of the research papers in universities throughout the whole world, so it really just shows that they've got a lot of national pride in their school system and want to continue that to be Scottish.
And that goes back to what Ryan and I talked about after reading several of the articles. I got kind of sick of hearing about how amazing Finland is, because I was like, okay, so they have a great education system, they don't test anybody, but it just sounds like one giant episode of Caillou to me, where everything is perfect and happy all of the time, but how many world-class academics are they producing? How many of their people are making major contributions to science? How many people from Finland are becoming Nobel Peace Prize winners, or any kind of Nobel Prize winners, or Pulitzer Prize winners? How much have they contributed to cancer research?
Balance.
The one video that we missed today was the video of students on field trips from Scotland that were visiting the Edinburgh Castle. It just goes back to their deep heritage, just as Eddie's talked to us this morning about the pride of Scotland. And those kids were all with their field trips learning and studying their heritage, where they come from, and we just felt like that was a great attribute to the educational views of Scotland.